Good morning, students. For today's class, we are going to study about the topic operations on strings. I repeat the topic again, operations on strings. During the previous class, we have studied about strings in Python, the methods of accessing strings, the way of bringing output a single character from a string. We have also learned that Python does not support characters. It supports only strings. Remember that Python treats even a single character as a string with length 1. This is the point that has to be noted while studying strings in Python. Python does not support characters, but it treats a character as a string with length 1, and the index of that string with length 1 will always be 0. As you know, I am K.S. Pranit Chaudhary from the Department of Computer Science of SRR Government Arts and Science College, Karimnagar. So here we are going to see some of the special operators which are applicable on strings. Here for these special operators, assume that the variable a holds the string hello and the variable b holds the string Python. I repeat the sentence again. For the special operators we are going to discuss, assume that variable a holds the value hello and variable b holds the value or string Python. So a is equal to hello and b is equal to Python. Now the first operator we are going to discuss is plus. Plus is called as the concatenation operator. Generally, plus is used in arithmetic, but in strings, plus is called as the concatenation operator. If we use plus in between strings, you can see that two strings can be combined, as you see in the example given here. A plus b gives out the output as hello Python. A is equal to hello and b is equal to Python. So a plus b gives out hello Python as the output, where plus symbol adds the strings on both sides of the operator, and this operator is called as concatenation operator. The next operator we are going to discuss about is the star symbol, that is the multiplication operator in arithmetic, but here it is called as the repetition operator. Plus is called as the concatenation operator, meant to combine two strings. Multiplication is called as the repetition operator, which repeats the same string based on the number given onto its right side. So as we can see the example here, we have already studied that A stands for hello and B stands for Python. A into 2 gives the value of A 2 times as output. There, as we know that A stands for hello, so hello hello has been given twice as output here. So if we give A into 3, then it gives hello 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 as the output. If you give B into 2, then it gives out Python Python as output. Here remember that star repeats the same string based on the number given onto its right side. This star symbol is called as the repetition operator. Plus is called as concatenation operator. Star is called as the repetition operator. The next thing we are going to learn about this special operator is the slicing operator. As we have seen in the previous example, A stands for hello and B stands for Python. That means the variable A holds the value or the string hello and variable B holds the string Python. So here, as you see in the example, A of 1 gives E as output. That E is the second letter in the variable hello. H will be standing at A of 0, E at 1, the first L at 2, the second L at 3, and O at 4. So A of 1 gives E as output. E is the second letter in hello. This is called as the concept of slicing. And the next thing we are going to see is range slicing, which is also a special operator. Here we can see that A of 1 to 4 gives ELL as output. the starting value is 1 and the ending value is the value given minus 1. So A of 1 is E, A of 2 is the first L, and A of 3 is the second L. The star brackets here gives out the characters from the given range, and this concept is called as range slicing. Another special operator in Python is the in operator. This is also called as the membership operator. Here we can see that H in A H in A means we are checking that the character H is present in the variable A or not, because A contains the string hello. So obviously we see that H will be in A. So it gives true as the answer. So while we are searching something, whether that letter, that character is present in the string or not, we may not have to go search all the words available in the string. Just we can give the letter in that variable. If it is true there, then it is clear that the character is present in that string. So in operator in Python returns true if a character exists in the given string, and this operator is also called as the membership operator. There is another membership operator which is quite opposite to the in operator. If a character is present in that string and we have to know whether the character is present in the string or not, we have to use the in operator. But here there is another operator called as not in, which tells us that a particular character or letter is not in the string. So here observe the difference, that in gives out true if a character is existing in that string, and not in gives true as the answer if a character does not exist in that string. So we can see the example here. M not in A. A contains the string hello and M is not there in that string. So it gives true as the answer because it is true that M is not there in the string hello. This is also called as the membership operator. So dear students, just have a look on the special operators. This is the first special operator, plus, which combines two strings on either side of the operator plus, and this is called as the concatenation operator. Star is the operator that repeats the same string based on the number given to it onto its right side. Left side will be the variable or the name of the variable. A string or a variable will be onto the left side. Then the star symbol, that is asterisk symbol. Then we see an integer there. The string or the variable that has been given onto the left side will be repeated the number of times given to it onto the right side. And this symbol or operator is called as the repetition operator. The next one is slicing, meant for giving a single character, a specific character from the given index. This is called as the slicing. And the same thing, this is a range slicing. From to gives out more than one character from the specified range or the specified index, called as range slicing. The next one we see here is the in operator. If a character is present in that string, then it gives true as the answer, else false, called as membership operator. And here we see not in operator. This is also called as the membership operator. This gives true when the specified character is not there in the string. Observe the example. M is not in A. Is true because M does not exist in the string hello. Now we are going to study about the formatting operator. That is the percentage symbol, to which we are very much familiar in our C language. We see %D, %F, %C, %S in C language. So here we see that this percentage symbol or format operator is Python's one of the best feature for strings. This operator is unique to strings and makes up for the pack of having functions from C's print function family. We can see the simple example here. Print my name is %S, that is meant for a string, and weight is %D. %D is meant for an integer. So %S is meant for a string and percentage d is meant for an integer. So here we can see that Zara and 21 has been given. So Zara will be given for percentage s, 21 will be given for percentage d. And you can see the output there as my name is Zara and weight is 21 kg. Let us study about some of the formatting operators available in Python, which are very much similar to the C language operators. Percentage C is meant to retrieve a character. Percentage S is meant to identify or retrieve a string. Percentage I or percentage D both are meant to retrieve a decimal integer. I repeat the statements again. Percentage C is meant to retrieve or identify a character. Percentage S for a string. Percentage I for an integer. Percentage D is for an integer. Don't get confused that here it has been given as decimal integer. Decimal integer doesn't mean that the number has an decimal there. It means that a number in decimal system. A number in decimal system. Next, see here that we have percentage U for unsigned decimal integer. Percentage O for octal integer. Percentage small x for hexadecimal integers in lowercase. Percentage capital X to retrieve or represent hexadecimal integers in capital letters. So just have a look onto the screen while today's class will be displayed here. Thank you for your silent listening. Thank you.